Okay, so we are live with another stream building Raven.gg in public. Now, for anybody that doesn't know, Raven.gg is basically the tool that I'm working on right now. That's a no-code strategy builder for prediction markets. This is basically a tool you can use to build, backtest, and deploy automated strategies, trading strategies on prediction market platforms such as Polymarket and whatnot. So this is what I'm building, and it's actually going quite well. We still have quite a few users. If I go to here, we have 82 people on the leaderboards right now. So this is the leaderboard, and yeah, 82. There is a prize pool of $100 total for the top 3. So this is the top 3 people right now on the leaderboard, and yeah, it's 30 days. It ends May 15, so that's in 5 days that the Raven seasonal #1 is gonna end. Right now, the signups is open if you want to participate in the leaderboards. Just showing some stats. So we just crossed 300 users. So that's at 300 total registered accounts, which is pretty cool. And we have so far 196 active monthly users. We have 46 active weekly active users, and then 10 daily active users. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. We are still in the beta. So Raven right now is in beta. So that means that it's still not the final product, and there's still a lot of things that needs to be fixed. And there's no live trading right now. Behind the scenes, I am testing out live trading. And if I have time in this live stream, I think I'm gonna live stream for about 2 hours. I will walk you through how I'm testing live trading, because I'm not just testing it randomly, but I have a very specific list of test cases that I'm running through to validate that most of all the different like order types and features in Raven is actually working correctly. For example, stop loss and take profit. So yeah, and I just released version. So that's a version. I'm about to release a new version. I'm just about to release 0.1.12, which again it fixes a few different things. It does improve on the stop loss and take profit. So I think I'm gonna talk a little bit about stop loss and take profit in Raven, just to let everybody know how that works. So here I'm just an example of a strategy that I've built. And we have, let's see. So yeah, we have stop loss and we have take profit, and there's different modes. It's kind of complicated, and it allows the trader to really tweak and fine tune their strategies to basically allow you to create a really nice strategy. So we have 3 different modes. Let's see if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. So we have the percentage. So that's the percent from your position. So if you want to have a stop loss around 8% of a drawdown for this one position, you can set it at 8% like this. There's also an offset. So that's an offset from the entry price. Say that you enter at 0.5, then it's going to drop 0.08 before the stop loss triggers, basically. And then we also have a fixed price. So let's say that you want to enter at 50 and you want the stop loss to trigger at exactly 0.40. You can do that as well. In most cases, you're gonna use the offset or percentage. Yeah, good day. And then we also have 2 different stop loss modes. We have fixed and trailing. So fixed is just a fixed stop loss, and then trailing is gonna follow your basically your trade. So let's say that you enter and your position goes up, then the stop loss is going to follow the same amount. So that can offset some losses. And then the options is basically the same for take profit. You have a percent, offset, and fixed. And then we have an option to when the stop loss and take profit should arm. So we have a partial fill and we have a full fill. So what I've been working on quite a bit this week is to more accurately simulate partial fills on Polymarket. So when you are making a trade here in Raven, it's going to its best effort accurately simulate how an actual fill would happen on Polymarket. So it's gonna look at the book, what size is available, if a less size is available from your entry. It's going to fill that, and then it can partial fill for each trade event we are getting from the WebSockets. So that's how that works in a very sort of short explanation. So if you want to make sure that your stop loss or take profit arms at any fill that happens, you should select partial fill. Otherwise, if you only want it to arm when you have filled the full amount that you want, you have to select full fill. The default is partial fill, so that's probably the one I would recommend to most people. Yeah, there's so many other things, so that's basically how that works. Yeah, and let me see. So a thing that I have been working on quite a bit now is actually an agentic interface. So I think what I'm gonna do now is, I had some changes actually. I want to release this now. Yeah, so actually there was one fix that I want to get into this release. Let me just see. Yeah, so we have this one here. Yeah, okay. So this one, I can just review this one first. And then I think I'm gonna merge into master. Okay, let's just see if okay. Yeah, okay. I think I'm just gonna run a test and then merge this one into development, and that should be fine. So I've created an open source skill for agents that you can actually use to connect with Raven. So it's the Raven CLI. I already did a video yesterday, which I have not posted on YouTube yet. So I'm planning to post on that. Now I'm kind of talking about it on this live stream. So basically it's a skill for AI agents. It's a self-contained skill that lets an AI assistant, Claude Code, Codex, or any agent basically drive your Raven account. So it allows the AI agent to connect with Raven, and it can do basically anything that you can do. So it can create strategies. It has access to create strategies. It has access to change strategies. It has access to list your strategies, and it has access to check your bots. It can also check the logs and the event terminal of your bots. So for example, if you have, let's just take an example here of this one, for example. So if you want to dig a little bit deeper into your strategies and what happened, you can just give the AI a screenshot of this and tell it, figure out why do we have all these buys here and sells, give it to the AI, and then it's actually able to figure out what happened, because it have access to the event terminal like this one here, which is, for us, it's a little bit difficult to figure out, well, what's going on here, right? Like, we can't read all this through, but the AI can. The AI is pretty good at taking all this data. That's actually how I do a lot of my bug fixing. If I see something I don't really understand, I'm just gonna copy all of this and give it to an AI. But now with this CLI, the AI have access directly to this, and it has access to all the market ticks that we're using to populate this graph here. So all the data is available to the AI agent, including all the positions that that is open and closed. So that's pretty cool. And it's yeah, I think I'm gonna go into a little bit more detail about this when I have. So I want to merge this into master soon and then test it on the production build of Raven. So okay, so all right, all pass. I think I'm just gonna merge this in. Yep. So that's to development, and then I want to test this just quickly. Let me see. Let me see. So this is. So that's for the residual fills. How can I best test this? Actually, yeah. So yeah, this actually leads me to can talk about the AI agents. Let me see if this is in development now. Okay, it's just building right now. Okay, so I have this agent here. So I have Hermes set up on my Mac Mini. So here I'm logged in on my Mac Mini. And this is the pretty cool part. So on Hermes, I've actually installed the Raven skill. And I've authenticated with my account. And during the night, I set up a cron job running every 20 minutes. And let Hermes go through several different test cases that I set up. Okay, so yeah, so basically when I logged in here in the morning, I saw that yeah, it already ran through most of the test cases. So for example, the first one here, test 1, the stop loss fixed mode plus a percentage stop loss profit loss, the status here, it failed. So finding the stop loss armed and threshold crossing worked, but duplicate stop loss exit occurred after late residual entry fill, partial fill, cleanup sequence. And then it created this issue here. So the issue is the one I just merged in. Now it's closed. The cool thing here is the Hermes here just automatically created this issue, and then it kept adding comments like this. This is not actually me that add these comments. That's the Hermes. That's 4 hours ago. I was asleep at 4 hours ago. So it was working in the background while I was sleeping, which is, you know, that's pretty cool, I think. So yeah, now it's closed, right? So what I want to do is I want to let this Hermes actually verify now that this has been fixed. We added a fix to issue. So that's issue 457. See again. 547. Please validate the fix works by reproducing the error and validate the tests again that failed. Okay, so I asked it to create a log of the results. Jeg er i Thailand. And let me see. So I have. So that's the first test here. This one is failed. So I want to validate that one. So let's see if it can actually validate this one. So I'm just going to log into Raven here again and show you all the tests that it did. So I think it's this one. let's see. So yeah, so these here QA test 1. So the Hermes actually created this one by itself, and it also deployed all these bots. So basically, it's gonna keep going and tweak the strategies until it has validated the test case. You can see I did this again and again and again, and then it did a test case 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on and so forth. Yeah, so yeah, I'm not in Denmark now. Yeah, I'm on. I chose to move many years ago because Denmark is too cold, too dark for me. So yeah, I'll just keep this in English because so people can understand what I'm saying. So let me see. So this is okay. Let's see what Hermes actually said. All right, so this one is still cooking though. All right, so we'll just check back into that one here in a moment. Actually, I want to see. I just want to check how well it did. Okay, so yeah, now we can see here that it just created a bot now. It's running now for about 30 seconds. And now it's validating the fix for 547. Yeah, so actually right now it is in beta. So this is what I just explained here in the beginning of the live stream. So we have actually the beta up and running now, and we have a leaderboard. Right now the signups is open. We have a leaderboard. There is we have 83, let me see. Yeah, we have 82 people on the leaderboard right now participating. So everybody can participate in the leaderboard. They get 1,000 fake dollars. Of course, it's all in simulation right now. And the top 3 is going to win. So it's as I remember, it's $60 for number 1, 30 for number 2, and then 10 for number 3. So yeah, and yeah, basically the focus right now, and the reason why I did the leaderboard is basically just get a lot of people in testing Raven out, and already have like a few users that's really active and have really helped test out Raven, and hopefully it's going to allow us to make a really nice piece of software here. Now I wanna activate. I see a lot of people actually just getting their balance but not creating a bot. So I think today I'm gonna send an email out to everybody just to remind them that we have 5 days left, trying to activate people. So yeah, it's I think it's pretty reasonable. There's not even that many people with a profit, like a few $100s in profit. So it's like you could actually reasonably get win top 3 if you are either lucky or have a good strategy. Yeah, so I mean, for sure, this project has taken longer than expected. I will admit that. Like I started this in mid of January, and I thought that it's going to take me like 2 months to get it up and ready for live trading, but no way. We are getting closer. Like, I am testing live trading now, and I migrated. So the Polymarket, they updated basically the whole backend. So I had to migrate as well, and that's done. And it's working. So now I'm just testing live trading. I haven't done that on live stream yet, so I'm kind of doing that on my own time. Yeah, so I think that is, if I have time today, I'll do it, but we'll see. Let's just see if this one have... All right, this one's still running. It's going to take a while because it's gonna check in. Let me just see that strategy did. No, this is, I'm gonna go to dev here. So this is the one Okay. So this one did stop out. It looks kind of strange that the stop would be down here. So we'll see what Hermes says. because this one doesn't look correct. Let's see. It's kind of strange. Just see the strategy it created. So it's... It doesn't seem like it added an outcome. Let me just see. That is strange. Why doesn't it show it in the... Is there any reason why it would not show the outcome in the strategy canvas? I've provided a screenshot. And FYI, this strategy was created by an AI agent and not through the canvas. This one's still running. Okay. All right, there's a few other. Let me see. Backtest. Canonical strategy cure test 9 backtest of run 1 strategy paired up and down fill via lifecycle hook. Intended labels. Expect the backtest against a compatible source session should complete with populated summary equity trade log. The backtest completed successfully but produced 0 trades action when even though the source session was generated. Okay, so we'll just have a codex build out this. This one should be, yeah, this one I can remove. Please fetch this issue and create a plan to address it. If you have any question, you can ask me. Okay. And then I'm gonna have it also work on this one. This one is misconfiguration, fixed price, stop loss above long entry. A test own simulated bot using strategy should start. Create a session, place simulated long entry. Refuse to arm the wrong side, fixed stop loss. Still arm. Actual, the test own simulated bot never created the session. Okay, but this is inspect pool simulation host. Okay, but this is a startup issue, not a strategy. Let me see. There's more. Okay, we actually did triage this 6 hours ago. Okay. All right, please fetch this issue, read all the comments and descriptions, and create a plan to address it. Okay. The strategy JSON has the outcome, but the canvas can still fail to show it because the front end really resolves action outcomes against loaded market metadata. In this case, the likely causes are the action is bound through market ref to a serious active market, not a fixed concrete market slot. The UI has to fetch derive the action market outcomes catalog. The outcome dropdown is controlled by outcome index, not the can outcome. Okay, also. So AI generates strategy not mentioned outcome that looks like canvas US binding is probably triggered by runtime serious resolution. Okay. Alright, can you create a plan to address this? It's like a small thing. It's actually a very... I mean, actually it is, wait a minute. So it's just because it had to load. So basically it fetches the market from the API. So I think it was just a little bit slow to load. And that's the reason. So now I see it is actually. Let me just check again with some of these other strategies. I think maybe it's not as a non-issue. Oh, I see actually this one is stopped now, so we can check in back. I just want to check the strategies. Oh, actually. Yeah, no, I can't do that. Check this one here. Okay, it's loading. Okay, let me just check back in this one here a little bit later. Maybe it's gonna load. And then see. This one is still running though. I see that it stopped the bot. Okay. Okay, let's see. And then about this, I think this one was a non-issue. Let me just check again. This one is outcome up and outcome down. Okay, so that's fine. That's a non-issue. I think I'll skip that. It's remove that. Big source session replay market round binding for QA test 9. Apply the same historic market better, but this is okay. So this is related to the actual back test. We don't actually. I haven't made that available. All right, we might as well just. So that's test 9, but we don't have. I just need to check. Test 9, isn't that this one? Backtest run. So I think it's misunderstanding because it was not an actual backtest in our backtest. Test own strategy for canonical QA. Run one paired up down. Backtest replay. Backtest. Okay, so it's gonna record it and backtest replay evidence. Force ups. Backtest replay evidence. Okay. This one. Address the failure mode where pool simulation bot dies before trading session creation. Can only report simulate bot has stopped. The issue is about observability and startup survivability for pools and not changing fixed price. Yes. Live mode runtime behavior stays unchanged. Yes. Full traceback. Okay. Okay. So we have some validation. Complete or validated against the previous failed duplicate XQA. All three now pass on Dev API. I also wrote the validation test results. Okay. This one here. I guess it's this one. Okay. This validates the fix specific residual cleanup ritual preserved. Okay. Oh, hold on here. Oh, wait a minute. Same issue again. The watch pattern is matching the substring failed inside. This test 7 run passed. For bots, it looks like the cell is way below the stop loss line when I'm looking at line graph. And you use the Raven skill to fetch and check exactly why. Yeah, and the exit price is nowhere near the actual price shown in the line graph, so it appears buggy. Yeah. That's -30. Then it's, yeah, I see it's still going here. So it's still checking back on these tests here. It's pretty cool, actually. That's kind of the benefit of using something like Hermes, because it has memory. You can tell Hermes to do something for you on a recurring basis. So what I've done is I've set up a cron job, a 20-minute cron job, and basically explain to Hermes what I want to do. In my case, I want to test these 10 different test cases. And it has to keep going until it validates the test case. Because sometimes it might create a strategy that it doesn't validate the case we want to test. So it keeps going. And here it basically just tweaked some of the parameters and deploy it again until it validates it. And here it's already deployed another one here. And I think one thing I want to do is, and that's actually, okay, now it stopped it. But yeah, one thing I want to do is, right now you can't see the strategy for each of these bots. It's just one strategy. I mean, they do point to an older strategy version, but currently it's not possible to load that. So I think I want to make an issue about that. See past strategy version. Currently, it's not possible to see the older version of a strategy. Strategy for a given bot. For example, I can have 3 bots running 3 different versions of the same strategy, and I want to be able to view to load/view those exact versions. Now we already have some of that feature in place, I think. Or did I remove it? I can't remember actually. Let me go to this one. No. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that I had it, but it's actually not. Yeah, I can't see. I'm pretty sure we have version history, but it's currently not available anywhere on the UI. Okay, so I'm gonna create this issue, and then Hermes is actually gonna triage this automatically and review it. That's the cool part about this, kind of just automated. Now the bottleneck now is me checking all this. So I have a lot of pull requests already, which is has been created automatically. It's just about my time to, first of all, prioritize which one is the most important, and then test that it works, merge it into development, test again, and then collect all these different features, and then merge it into a master and test again. Actually, this one was failed. Why? Oh, that's the performance gate. Okay. It's fine. Okay, let me see. I fetched the bot data and checked the exact stop loss sell path. Short version, the engine sold at the current bid after the market gapped. Okay. The surprising part is likely the chart line graph data source or timestamp alignment. Okay, so that's also what I expected, and this is again, this is exactly why I've added this CLI, because the way it worked, let me go back and find the specific bot. And this is kind of limitation I want to address in the future. Now, I think it's this one. Now, of course, Raven is not, it's not something that you use to do manual trading with. So these line graphs here is, it's basically a snapshot for the past second, right? So each, I think it's, yeah, 1 second. But for each of these seconds, there can be like, especially for these fast markets, these 5-minute or 15-minute markets, there can be hundreds of ticks within 1 second. So that's why you can see weird stuff like this. So it kind of collects, it basically computes a price within that 1 second. But one of those market ticks might have been gapped down here, right? So we don't have that fidelity on the line graph right now. But it's something I would consider adding eventually, because this is gonna be confusing for people. Why do we have a sell down here? But at least now we can have the AI agent actually tell us exactly what happened, even with evidence. So exact evidence entry, outcome down, buy filled at 0.23 with this size, the stop loss config, expected stop loss at 0.207. So the stop should trigger once the sell reference bid is less or equal to about 0.207. What happened before the exit? Down outcome ticks around the exit. So it actually has the exact ticks, which is stored in the database, by the way. So bid is 25, 23, 23, and then the next captured down tick is 16. So it gapped from 0.23 to 0.16. And of course, in that case, that's where the stop loss triggers. And then that's the price we're trying to capture. So stop loss trigger log entry, we entered at 0.23, X reference price 0.16, and that gives us a P&L of 0.30. So that is, of course, stop loss is never going to be perfect, right? This was the best we could get at the time. Of course, then what was the bits after the 16? Maybe we can ask it for that. Yeah, 300 milliseconds later. So if the line graph does not show a 0.16 bit, then likely bug is the chart line graph. Yeah. Cool. Can we see the next few market ticks after, just to see when it gapped? Okay, next, so we still have these. Okay. Please commit this to a new branch and create a PR onto the issue. Create a new PR onto the issue. Okay, I think for now I'm just gonna make this as an issue. Full fidelity UI with full currently the bot monitor UI shows market ticks, not the full fidelity. fidelity. And we investigate a performance way of showing the full fidelity. Maybe a, a premium feature for the Pro tier. The issue we try solve is in some cases we have fills outside the shown architects, making it appear broken because we actually doesn't visually show the full fidelity. Okay, gonna be like that. Yes, and this one. Okay, both have created PRs. Let's check. Please review here. What is it? 551. Do you plan to charge commission instead of subscription for Raven? So I'm kind of thinking about how to monetize it. So there's different ways. Initially, I thought just a subscription with different tiers. So basically, like you pay per bot. Basically, is what I was thinking. Because at the end of the day, a lot of this is like you know, you buy some resources on a server basically, and then of course you have the software. So that's one way. Polymarket also have a builders program, so I can actually, as a builder, put fees on each transaction. So I was considering that, because that could actually offset the subscription cost. And then I thought maybe do a hybrid. And again, nothing of this I'm saying now is final. So I thought about, all right, maybe people, they pay some kind of a subscription, and maybe they pay to deploy a bot, and then whatever fees that they pay through this builders program can offset the bot prices, something like that. So they get an equivalent discount, maybe something like that. And the fees is like I can put it as whatever I want. Like it could be 0.0001 or it could be 1%. Like, and that really depends on the community. So I think this is something I will discuss with the community, like what they feel is fair. Because of course, if I put too large fees on on each transaction, it could completely break strategies. So it's something I have to really carefully handle. Okay, so actually we do get some more information here. So basically with this kind of strange stop loss we saw, so this is the event. So we're talking milliseconds. Okay, so from 21 that's seconds, and then milliseconds. It gapped from 23 to 0.16, and then up again, like, what is that, 400 something milliseconds, up to 0.23. So that's actually why we see this kind of strange fill. So great. Please report back on findings from the QA. What's the current status? So I think I'm going to, if these test cases are good, I think I'm gonna test the live trade. Oh, we actually have one failed test here. Test gaps, please also fix test gaps. I don't even know how many tests do I have now. It's crazy. We have, oh, I can't see here. Oh yeah, 3,211 tests. 11 or 12 actually. That's a lot. Test 9, back test of run 1 strategy, status fails. Open historical issues, back test, replay. Duplicated exits after partial fill, cancel. PR547 appears to fix this based on manual and cron validation. Earlier setup runtime issue were similar, but so those are the next expect the QA workers test 4 stop loss trailing mode. Okay, which tests is missing and work in progress? So I'm actually okay. Okay, so this was trashed. Problem: Raven has lifecycle hooks, sort types, and hedge retry configuration. But there does not appear to be a single hedge until target fill execution primitive. The lifecycle emitted hedge can currently be retired after cancel, reject, fail. But the strategy needs a reliable way to keep chasing remaining hedge size until the target fails. Suggested approach: build this as an incremental extension of lifecycle hedge retries, rather than a separate strategy feature. When lifecycle hook emits a hedge, store target size. Wait a minute. Yes, we all kind of have that already. Retry and failure. Build this as an incremental extension of lifecycle hedge retries rather than a separate strategy feature. When a lifecycle hook emits a hedge, store a target size updated from order trade events and calculate each retry action from the remaining size. Yeah, so we already have some of this in place, but it just didn't really work. Yeah, I'll just give this to Codex. It should be a extension or a fix to the current retry on failure. So we have this feature already on the lifecycle hook called retry on failure. The retry hedge orders with price change. We have max retries, retry interval, price increment, and max chase. So the issue explained in, also the problem explained in the issue should have been fixed with this retry and failure, I think, but obviously it doesn't work. So okay, so this one, let's just run the test again. Then I think we are ready. Short answer missing none. Working process technically test 3 in the state file, but it already passed. Active unresolved failure test 9. All right. Great. How do I get the sessions? Great. We need to test live trading. Same test cases. I just want to check the first test case. Yeah, so actually for live trading we need to be a little bit more careful, because I see it makes the threshold 0.01, but that's very risky because there's a minimum size. It's at least a $1, so it would enter $1 in some cases at 0.01. We don't want that, so I want it to I see you sometimes use thresholds that's very low for example 0.01 for test 1. We need to ensure it's somewhere in the middle, for example. Between 0.4 and 0.6. We also want to test on say the, yeah, I don't want to do I want to do the 5 minutes? We also want to not trade say the last 1 minute of a market and prefer beginnings of a market. Also ensure that test cases as let's just do like this. Start with test 1. Don't update. Don't job yet. We'll do a manual test first. Residual aware life cycle hedge retry. Fix issue as an extension of the system alarm return failure feature, not as a separate advanced order type. The intended behavior becomes a retry enabled lifecycle hedge keeps chasing the unfilled residual until the target hedge is filled. Go. And let's see. Yeah, we have some $8. Oh, we don't have what? Did it fuck it up or what? Did you change the branch or what? I thought we was on this. Claude normally is pretty good with Git. This is the first time I actually experienced where it potentially made a mistake. So yeah, like as I said before, my bottleneck right now is not really shipping features or fixing issues. It's actually basic QA and testing, because my process currently right now is to I have these PRs I'm gonna check out locally, test it manually, verify, and then merge it into development. And I'm gonna do this for all the issues, I mean all the PRs, and then I'll of course test it on my development staging website. And when I feel like everything is okay, I'm gonna collect a bunch of commits into a feature. So for example, here I have all of these, but this represents the current state of development. I basically just merge from development into master. And then when I do that, I test master as well. I check the logs, check the database, is there any errors, check the background jobs. So this is why I'm getting bottlenecked. I'm trying to figure out how to fix this, and this is why I'm kind of experimenting with something like Hermes to test out all these different test cases. Like automated, like I already have automated tests, right? As I said, when I do it in here. But we want more than that. Ideally, we want an AI agent to be able to do the test that we normally do as humans. Reapplied. Yes. Yeah, we want it on the same. We did fuck it up. I don't know why I did that. This first time that happened. Yeah, he switched the brand. Like, I don't... Yeah, that's kind of weird that he did that. That's the first time that happened. Normally it will stay on the same branch if I reference a issue or a PR. Okay. Let's see. I prepared the manual live test one setup, but did not deploy because live trading needs explicit confirmation. Okay, so let's check how it set up the test for live trading. Let me just refresh here once. So that's here, this one. Okay. What markets? That's the 15-minute. That's fine. Look at the bid between 4 and 6. And it actually did group them. So that's cool. So when you do an action group, as you can see here, it's only gonna enter on one of these. Whatever is true first. Okay. Have a stop loss 10%. Down and up. I mean, it looks good to me. Now, oh yeah, actually, one moment. So it's using the default trading account. I want to use a different one. So that's... I'm just going to update this. So yeah, I need to keep that in mind. Okay, let's just go for it. Oh yeah, how much does it bet here? Is it just $1? Yeah, it's $1. And it is with a stop loss, so that should be fine. Yes, deploy live trading, test 1. Remember to keep a log when we are doing live trading tests. Okay, so now we are deploying. Now we actually have the AI agent deploying a strategy live. Okay, so real money. Of course, it's just a test, so we basically just want to test all these different scenarios. So this one want to test the stop loss at let me see. So that's the fixed stop loss using the percent type, because as I mentioned earlier, we have 3 different modes. So the percent, offset, and fixed. So it has to move 10% against our direction, and then exit. So now I think the bot is live now. And yeah, live training indicated here. We're getting market ticks. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, let me just see. Okay, so it's gonna wait for the next mark. So I'm actually just gonna I'm just gonna relaunch this manually. So there's a setting here. Wait for next market on launch. I just want to trade it right away. And actually, one moment. I want to check one more thing. It did not block it, even though I asked it to. So maybe that's not documented. So I want to block it the last. Let's just see, last 3 minutes. Okay, I'm just gonna redeploy this then. Test 2, and that is my, yeah, that's, yes. Okay, so we have I already see that it actually entered with too much size. Yeah, so that's because, okay. Yeah, that's because minimum size is 5. Yeah, so that's kind of, yeah, that can get a little bit. So how many? But it did, okay. this one here. Okay. We did, okay, we actually did exit. But yeah, there is something wrong here because we still have a position. But if I go and check, where is it now? Okay, so we don't have a position actually now, but it says it in the order monitors. I think this one is not right. So that is because this one here, this page here should get actual from the blockchain, the positions, and yeah, we have this one here. So we did get 5 shares, even though the order monitor said 10. So there's something there that doesn't match. Okay, but actually the stop loss did work, and we were stopped out at the correct, basically the correct price. So we got a P&L of -11. We set the stop loss at -10. So of course you're never gonna get exactly the same. But this is actually pretty nice. The problem though is it still says we have an active order, which is kind of strange. So I'm gonna stop this one now. Just take a screenshot of this. I stopped the bot now. Please check. Just gonna keep this screenshot here. Duplicate. Yeah, so the point here is not really to try to make any money. I'm testing the stop loss actually. So I wanted to be stopped out at 10 just to see that it actually worked, and it did. But I did see there was an issue with our internal order state. It actually double counted something. I need to figure that out. If you see in this screenshot, we have two. We actually have a double counted order. So we entered at 5 shares, and we did buy 5 shares confirmed on the blockchain. But our order monitor says we have active orders of 10 shares for some reason. Help me investigate this. I want to check if Hermes also saw this. No, it's still running. The double counted order is this. So to me, it seems like when we're doing live trading, which this was, there is some kind of an issue with tracking the orders. Let me just see, confirm. Yeah. So we can see here that we did buy 5 and then we sold 5. So yeah, it is just our internal state that's broken. So it could be the events that's coming from Polymarket, because I remember I created a way to dedupe or like remove the duplicated trades, because sometimes they would send it more than once. So of course, if we don't do that currently and Polymarket sends a trade 2 times, then our system is gonna think that there is 2 trades, even though there actually only was 1. So I think that could be the reason. Actually, I'm just gonna... So as I remember, a long time ago, we created a way to remove duplicated trades, because there can be cases where Polymarket will keep sending. It can basically send the event 2 times or even 3 times for the same trade. So this could be the reason. So I think for this, you could try to look into if we have some kind of a mechanism to remove duplicated trades. And you can also provide me with specific queries I run on the database to check exactly what happened. Actually, you should be able to do this with the skill. All right, so let's just have that one look at that. Let's see. Let's see what Hermes says. What happened? Live bot entered 1 trade. Buy fixed entry expected. Fired correctly. Stop loss. Final risk bootstrap. Blah blah blah. Yes. But the live action became buy 5 shares as about notion not $1. Yes. Yes, that is because Polymark is minimum 5 shares. In the UI, it appears like we got built 10 shares, but actually we got built the correct 5 shares. Do you see any evidence of double bill? I think it is because Polymarket sends duplicated. Because the events we're showing in Raven, I mean the orders is coming from the user events WebSocket. Yeah, welcome. So right now I use both Claude and Codex, and I would say that like Claude really, like, sometimes it's good, sometimes not. Codex, I say, generally is actually quite better. I'm just used to Claude, so when I'm in the code base, for example, when I'm in here, I normally just switch to Claude. And that's also because it has voice mode and I can copy images in. But for Codex, I use this interface here. Like if I want to do a new feature or like fix the issue, I use Codex. No, I don't. I'm pretty new to Hermes, so I haven't really done much about it. So what I've used Hermes for is just helping me out with all my issues. So I've set up a few cron jobs within Hermes and I've connected it with Codex. And then I have it triage all my issues. So you can see here all the green labels and the blue labels is from Hermes. So I can create... For example, here 45 minutes ago, I created this issue and Hermes already checked it for me. And then it checks the code base directly and writes out basically the conclusion. And if I agree with this, what I can do is I can remove this triage. So now it's ready for dev, and then Hermes is actually gonna build this out for me and create a PR. Prop strategy, blah blah blah, relevance, suggested approach, add an endpoint such as get the return strategy document for each. Yes, all right, that's cool. Yeah. Privy? No. What is privy? Privy? Wallet stack. Oh, okay, so that is good custody wallets, okay. No. No, I don't use that. So so I generate wallets on behalf of my users, and then we use the Polymarket, like the Polymarket proxy wallets. So Polymarket actually creates a proxy wallet for the wallets that we generate. But something like this might be relevant when I implement more venues, like other, like Hyperliquid or something like that. Yeah, so I have to do that. I have to custody them because it's we need the private key in the trading bots. So people they will create basically create a private key in Raven, and then that private key is gonna be loaded into their bots, so we can basically do trading right away. That's how it works right now. So of course people are not gonna come with their own private key. I create one for them, and then they load money into that. Yeah. And of course they can also withdraw at any time. So it's yeah, I mean there's other ways of doing it. Like that's how it is now. Maybe it's gonna change later. But because when you do trading on behalf of users in Polymarket, you have to derive some API keys using the private key. So you could store it somewhere else, like using a service that has the private keys, and then derive the API keys from that. So that could probably also work. But right now I custody them in my database, and of course everything is secure and will be audited as well. Yeah, so I use the builder codes. So that is kind of... No, that's fine, it's cool. Yeah, I use the builder code. So when I do the trades, when I build the orders, I use the builder codes. And yeah. And I haven't really... I mean, yeah, there's been some issues here and there, but like it wasn't an issue that Codex cannot fix. As long as you just give it the correct documentation. So you can just copy the documentation and then have Codex build it out. But sometimes it took a while to get it right. And sometimes you have to really understand the documentation yourself and kind of nudge the AI into the right direction. There are 2 autofill monitor events. Yeah, so it is the same. All right, have a good one. Yeah, that's all good. Sleep well. Great. What's the next test tool we could start? Start by creating the strategy for live trading test and wait to deploy before I go. Okay, so the good thing is it worked, the stop loss. The bad thing is there was some double counting, but that's only visually and not actually any actual issue. But we will fix it. order filled, yeah. So it is because Polymarket sends duplicated order filled events. I'm pretty sure about that. Oh, I need a coffee, I feel. Midnight for this guy, and I just woke up. It's funny how things are. Wait a minute, this one. Oh, so actually, I forgot about that one. Okay, I need to get this into development before I forget it. This is kind of forgetting sometimes. Working on 10 different things and then. Yeah, and I saw someone did a poll on X about people vibe coding and using AI. Basically asked them, do you work more now, less, or the same? And it was something like 60% of people that responded to that survey said, I work more now. And I kind of agree, because since I started to really use AI like this, like the agentic way, not just vibe coding, but like the agentic way of using AI, I work so much more. It's like, yeah, exactly right. We're working so much more, so it's kind of interesting. You would have thought that we would work less, but that's not what happened. We work more. We get it addicted. It's like before I would play games in the evening, like, you know, chill with some kind of a game, but I don't do that anymore. I just vibe, you know, I just code, I just build my project. So it's yeah, it's interesting. Okay, so how do I fix this? I haven't tried this before in Hermes, so the context window is too big. Doesn't it fix this by itself or what? I see it's still running, so... Oh, okay, it is compressing, I see. It's compressing it, alright, fine. Okay, good. Yeah, it is more fun, and you can actually build something real. Like with a game, you're kind of just wasting your time, but here you can actually build, you know, a business, something that makes your money. You know, you can escape from the typical, you know, 9 to 5. But that's also funny because, yeah, you want to escape the 9 to 5, but what you end up with is basically working all the time. Not even 9 to 5, but like 7 to 9 or something like that. Like 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. That's how like basically what I do. But it's still more enjoyable than having a job, like a normal job, I think it is. Like, okay, so I think this, yeah, alright. It's good to know that Hermes actually fixes this by itself, because I haven't tried where the context window was too large. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't feel like work at all. Like, just feels, yeah, it feels more like a game than anything else. Okay, so it did create, now it created a second strategy here that we can test. Let me see. That's this one here. Okay, I need to fix, so it doesn't select the right trading account. And then I want to block it also. And we are on the 15 minutes. What is it testing here? This is testing the stop loss with an offset. Okay. And let me see. Amount $1 and $1. I don't know if Polymarket changed that, but before the new upgrade, minimum was $1 and 5 shares. I don't know if they changed that. I haven't touched that actually, so it's just a little bit annoying. I have to test it with so many shares. It would be nice if we could just do like one. Yeah, deploy. Go. Okay, so we have the AI now deploying its second live trading strategy. And again, we're not really trying to make any money here. We're just trying to test out the stop loss. So actually I wanna lose actually. I wanna be stopped out. And here's an offset. So it's going to trigger the stop loss at 5 cents away from the stop loss, from the entry price. Yeah, right. Yeah, so they have that. Polymarket have that app right in the US. I've never tried that one because obviously I can't access that. Only have sports market. Oh, okay, so it's only sport. I didn't even know that. I haven't seen that app because I can't get access to it. And all right, the bot is live. And actually, I think I forgot something now. What price are we trading at? Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna redeploy it. Redeploy it. Otherwise, it has to wait 15 minutes until the next market. So it's not really a bug, but it is a feature. Okay. Okay, please commit this to a new branch and create a PR. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Oh, did I take the wrong wallet now? What? Oh, I think I didn't update it. Wait a minute. Oh, I have too many. Didn't I change it? Yeah, I have it here. Test 2. Update. Okay, yes. All right, we have it here. Okay, well, it's gonna take a while because we did add those. We're only gonna like trade within the like mid price. Okay, so while that one is, I'm just gonna do a quick sanity check. Docker's not running. Okay. Wait, where can you? When you create strategies, are you able to set the trading account? Yeah. Yeah, because I'm not sure if that's a setting. I'm not sure if the API exposes the trading account yet. Nice. So what are you building now? Okay, this one is, let's see. Yeah, I'm just gonna sanity check quickly that these changes I did here work. So I'm just gonna check that locally, and if I don't have any problem deploying a bot, then I'm just gonna merge it into development. So I see this one's still running. Oh, actually, it's just this one was actually the. Alright, so that's fine. Alright, that looks fine. Calci. Okay, nice. So Calci, you need. How is it? It's only for Americans, right, or not? Like, like you need to KYC when you sign up for Calci. Yeah, so they don't have like a builders program like Polymarket, because I thought about adding Calci, but if they don't have that, like if I can't like trying to create accounts on behalf of my users, it's gonna be a little bit difficult. Right, yeah. Let's see. And then I want to merge the other one in, this one here. Tree, remove, rebase. Right. Okay, and let me see this one. Ready for review. I want to check if what did it actually change here. Okay, it did change in the Python. Okay. Okay, let's just run the test, and then if it passes, I'll merge this one into development. Okay, let's see live trading if that still runs or not. Where is it? Here? Oh yeah, alright, here we go. Yep, so stop log, we were stopped out. Yeah, so let's stop this one, and I'll have Hermes check it. So it seems like now the bot is stopped, and and we got an exit build. Please validate the test. I just pulled hard to trade, so went live with 2 killer, which is like making less than 1 share space now. All right, so it's a trading bot. You're building a trading bot. Okay. So it does, okay, so Calci does have API, right? So you can trade with your own API key or what? Okay, nice. Yeah, I think then if I ever added Calci to Raven, I would just have users add their own API keys, maybe if I'm not able to custody or provision it for the users. So I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Let's see if the fix the test ran. It did. I'll merge this into development. Yeah, so that is like, that's my first goal is just getting Raven out live trading with Polymarket, and then the next step is going to be another venue. Like, so for example, that's so you can do cross venue arbitrage, Calci Polymarket or Calci Hyperliquid. Like, I think actually Hyperliquid, because now they added these new markets. Let me see if they added more. Hyperliquids. Outcomes. Yeah, okay, so they have outcomes. Okay, they only have the 1 day, so but they did tease about the 15-minute. So they don't have the 15-minute though. I think they'll add that eventually. Okay. Okay, validate test, live test 2 passed. Trade evidence, so buy 5 shares. Expected thresholds, so we expected to exit at 0.55. We were filled at 0.52. Okay, conclusion path fixed off the trigger after price crossed expected. Exit the full 5 share position once and left no position or pending orders. Okay, great. Okay, continue to test 3. Now, of course, I'm not gonna do this manually every time. Now I'm just gonna babysit it a little bit. But the idea is, if this works, I'm just gonna throw like 50 different tests at it. Now I already did 10 tests in simulation. And I think if this number 3 also works, I'm just gonna throw the remaining 7 in live trading and just have it go. Okay, and let me just merge while it plays around. I will merge a few more into development. I also have Hermes on a daily cron job updating the documentation, because I have documentation for the users, and like I'm not gonna maintain that manually, that's for sure. So I have Hermes checking all the changes that have happened on development the past 24 hours, and then it updates the documentation. Just see. Yeah. Okay, actually this one I can just merge in, that should be fine. Yeah, I'll just merge this in. Such a small change. Don't need to check it locally. Then have another one. That's a fixed session replay market binding. Okay. Formats, and then run the test. Please review the current PR, and yeah. Yes. What about the issues? Linked app pull request 550. All right, that's the one we're on now. So that should close this one here. That's fine. What about this one here? What happened with that? I feel like we worked on that. Yeah, that's this one here. Okay. Please commit and create a PR. That's this one here. And tag. Yes, and what about... Okay, so... Yeah, maybe it's not good to keep doing it in the same session. It keeps compressing. Okay, it's fine. I'll... If it runs it... Oh, wait a minute. Just check. Okay, yeah. Yeah, see, it already created the third live test here. Stop loss. Well, I mean, you could just use a VPN, right? Like, why would you? Why would you? You could just create, like, they're pretty easy to open an account on Polymarket if you just use a VPN. But of course, yeah, like, you couldn't run it through your company probably, but you could still use Polymarket. Yeah, because like it's all restricted where I'm sitting right now. So if I trade on Polymarket, I just run it through a VPN or in my case, the server where Raven is hosted is in a country that's not restricted. Okay, so now it's strategy test, fixed mode and fixed price. Okay, let me just check the strategy then, what it created. So it opens between 45 and 60 and then it will stop out at 40. Okay. And is it valid? Yeah. I updated the strategy to to block the last 4 minutes of the market and to not wait to trade till the next market arrives. Settings in the in this, so that's the market properties, settings in the market. No, you can deploy now. Okay, so this is the third test. Here we're just testing fixed price stop loss. So here we want to stop out exactly at 40 cents. Good corporate tax rates too. Yeah, nice. What you bit about the 10 website connects that blew my mind. Yeah, I mean it's yeah, the 10 WebSockets, it actually does make an impact. And I have actually been working on more benchmarking and tests. I tried 15 WebSockets, and actually 15 also improves it. It's not that much, but it does improve it. But I actually had an issue with the server, so I got like a pretty big AVS server, like in Ireland, and I ran like, at one point I ran I think 33 WebSocket connections at one time, and the server just got cooked. Like it couldn't handle it. And I also tested out if the same works for orders. So maybe let's say that you instead of posting one order, what happens if you post 10 duplicated orders? Will you improve performance then? And I didn't really see any evidence that works, because you can send 10 orders at the same time to Polymarket and just add the timestamp, and then Polymarket is gonna reject all of them except one. So the idea is the same as the WebSockets. Maybe one will arrive faster than the other, but that didn't really work. But with the WebSockets does work. And to be honest, with the orders, I haven't tested it that much. I tested it for a little bit, but then I stopped. So maybe it still works. I just didn't really have so much time to test it. Alright, this bot here is live now. So yeah, this one is not gonna trade now. It's gonna wait until the next market to trade. Menu extraction won't match production payloads. Please fix. Okay. This PR is not that important because we don't use the backtest right now, but of course something I want to add. It's just it's not really feasible to backtest everything in Raven because there's so many different market sources. For example, if you want to do a strategy with Bitcoin up and down, that's fine, we can backtest that. But if you want to do like weather, well, then I need to collect data about weather, and that's so the backtest is probably going to be restricted to only a certain markets, at least in the beginning. I feel like these yeah. Alright, we'll just have this one cook. I don't even know if I'm gonna merge it in. Maybe I will. Yes, I'm just gonna do that. And then I have another PR I wanna merge in. The test here is gonna rebind to the next market soon. Actually did already rebind. Let me see. Let's see, we have it here. Yep. Okay. The good thing is I see that the grouping of the action nodes does work. So I haven't seen bills on both sides, which is also what I expected here. So it's okay. All right, we have an order now. And it's matched now. I mean, it's just what's happening with Polymarket here. So it was matched, but then it haven't been confirmed actually in the trade. And now that it's moved, what I hope it's not gonna get confirmed because the price did move away from it. So I don't know what will happen here actually. Let's see if I have it in the orders here. Yeah, that's strange. Okay, we don't have, no, there's no positions. So, yeah, well, I mean, it was matched, so the order was matched on the venue in Polymarket. Polymarket already matched it with someone else, but it has not been confirmed on the blockchain. And now the price is like, you know, away from that entry. So I guess Polymarket not gonna send some kind of event like, hey, now this one has been cancelled. It's just like, it's just stopped here, which is kind of weird. So at this point, I don't know if Polymarket has cancelled it or if it's still on their books or what. So I guess I need some kind of a polling mechanism to check. Yeah, that's kind of strange. If the order is marketable, it matches immediately, so it matches then settlement. When orders match, the operator submits the trade to the blockchain. The exchange contract verifies both signatures, transfers tokens to, from sellers to buyers, transfers PUSD from buyers to sellers. Settlement is atomic. So that's the thing, it never went to settlement. Order statuses. I think I need to probably poll it for the order status. Okay, I think that's gonna be my next. This kind of, we need to understand. So, or when we do live trading on Polymarket, I experience that in some cases the order is matched, but it's actually not getting finality, so it's not getting mined on the blockchain. Please review this documentation about order lifecycle and compare it with the event terminal for this bot. Also see that actually the UI shows a pending limit order. Yeah, so there's something here that doesn't really add up. Yeah, and then UI shows it as an active owner. The UI shows it as an active order, but actually it's not mined on blockchain. No finality. Okay. I had a trade log and then it was getting messed up when orders would get sent and not built. I had to add execution attempts ledger to help me sort it out. So when this happens, what do you do? Do you call the API to check the order status? Like, how do you ensure that that you understand what the actual status is with that order. Like what I'm thinking is maybe poll from the order. We get the order ID. We could use the APIs to check the status by polling it. Because right now I'm actually not sure if has it been completely cancelled or is it still like resting on the book. That's what I'm not sure about. In this case, it's probably cancelled, I guess. I just need to make sure that Raven understands this and updates the order log here appropriately. Mined, that's interesting. So yeah, so matched, it's not terminal. Yeah, mined is not even terminal. Transaction mined into the blockchain. So even if the transaction has been mined into the blockchain, it's not terminal. It's not final. It's only when it's confirmed. And then the strange thing here is I didn't get the failed status in. So it's kind of just... Holy market match awaiting finality URL fix. Treat order matched pending removal with reason filled as a distinct awaiting finality state, not an active open order. But how do we understand the actual order status of that order? Can we also poll the Polymarket's APIs to check the order status? Where is it? We should have an API. What is it? Order book orders? Create order, cancel order attribution, no. Let's just have it. Maybe I can just search for it. Okay, this PI was reviewed by Claude, so I'm just gonna test it and then merge it in. I think pretty unrelated to what we're doing right now, but it's fine. Yeah, I mean, I also have my full balance, so it hasn't deducted any balance, so I just don't want it to fill it at that bad price, but I guess that's not gonna happen. I'll just let this run for a while. rebind it to the next market in about 4 minutes and see what happens. Should this poly market status check show up in Raven? Monitor diagnostics, recommend automatic polar. Add an ornament check in the bot monitor that fetches order plus ready trade to an order. Okay, we can just do an on-demand check for now. I think now I'm just gonna take last. I think we have 1 PR left. And I think then I'm gonna call stream. Okay. Move. Get rebase. Okay, so I think that one I will that takes some time to test also. We're rebinding here in about 5 seconds. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Maybe I should block trading just the first fucking minute, maybe. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, now it was filled, I think. Yep, it was filled now. Let's see if the stop loss works. Oh yeah, okay. I mean, it was stopped out, but yeah, I think the stop loss, I put it at a fixed price at 0.4. Yeah, we stopped out below it, of course, but let's see, 0.35. All right, so yeah, that test cost me 75 cents. So, but I mean, that's why I'm doing it. It's gonna cost a little bit doing these tests, but I just need to be like very meticulous about this, like very yeah, how can you say it? But it's good. Let me just have please check results now. There has been 2 markets. Last market with bills. Okay, I'm stopping this. Yep. So I think this ends the stream. We're gonna merge this one into development, and later today I'm gonna release version 0.1.12, I think, into master. It's gonna be available for everybody playing the beta. And yeah, thanks everybody for checking in. And I'm gonna stop the stream here. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Have a good one. Yeah, man.